Wagwan family. Me so no wagwan sir. So you know say dog a sweat but here cover it. Let me make that sink in a little bit. Dog a sweat but here cover it. So you know say some people nice and bright out a street and when you see them come inside the house and close the door, they might lose it in a quiet Some people are go through some serious mental health issues, you know. Aye, sir. So, me want to talk to you today about mental health. Yeah, man. Mental health is a really important issue to discuss right now. Now is the right time to have the discussion about mental health because in the last 2.5 years or so, everything has been turned up. Everything has been so rough for a lot of people. And right now, some people find it extremely difficult to get back on their feet. They lost their jobs. They were probably laid off, maybe furloughed. All kinds of things happen. And depression have a way of whispering some sweet nonsense in your ears. And I tell you, say, nobody come out of bed, man. Stay in your bed, you will feel better. And I tell you all kind of stupidness. You know, say sometimes you believe it. But here's what I want to talk about today. Depression, hard times, bump in the road, whatever you want to call it, is for everybody. We all experience some versions of it at some point or another in our lives. So if you're having a great time now, if your life is going right like how you want it to go, don't feel special. And I want to talk to the people who are going through some bumps in the road. I want to call it bumps in the road. Because we recognize that life is a journey. And it is filled with twists and turns and ups and downs and roughs and smooths and all kinds of things that, you know, life can throw at us. So I want us to take the time out to be extra kind to someone today. Remember, say me tell you, say, dog a sweat, but here cover it. You don't know what the person who you choose to be mean to is going through. You see them, you don't know their stories. And you shouldn't have to be walking in their shoes to understand what they're going through. You're not going to lose any weight if you be nice to them. It's not going to make you any more beautiful. In fact, it's going to make you way less beautiful when you be mean to them. So I need you to be extra considerate to the people who are having bumps in their road. They will thank you for it. You know, and I said it's not for, it is for everybody. When I was about 15 years old, fresh out of high school, remember I told you I was on the National Youth Service Program. I was a participant before I was an employee. And so that was my first time. I away from home, 4 weeks. And my campsite was in May Pen. First time away from home, 15 years old. Never had any experience with living in a camp setting. And so I was very adventurous and open to the idea of spending time away from home. So first week, everything was beautiful. Was excited about it, in fact. And then somebody decided that they're going to use my deodorant. And I have very sensitive skin. So of course somebody or some people used my deodorant. And I developed some abscess underneath my arm. Big bumps. So I had to go to the hospital, May Pen Hospital, to get them taken care of. And after the small procedure that they did to fix those things, 5 under 1, 6 under 1, so I had to walk with my arms up. In fact, they gave me a brace to keep it up so that they would heal. So the doctor gave me an injection, and I later found out it was penicillin. And this was about week 3. So days after, I started feeling funny, just disoriented, and I just chalked it up to maybe I'm just exhausted. All right, so I went home, and of course did not realize that the pressure of the camp and the newness of everything was kind of getting to me. And my body had adjusted to 4:30 waking up in the morning. It was a soldier style training camp, and so the soldiers would come around, and if you don't make your bed right, your bed going out the door, out the window. And also you had to do a whole lot of exercises. I was never accustomed to doing anything of the sort. So when I went home, I had a hard time readjusting to life outside of the camp. And this was made worse by the effects of the penicillin injection, which caused me to hallucinate and all kinds of things. And had my mother not been a smart woman and was very observant, she would not have noticed that something was not right with me. And I remember one night, for about 3 days after I went home, I had not even a wink of sleep. Could not sleep. And that was what started it. And then because I wasn't getting any sleep, I also, that started telling on me, and I was beginning to see things that were not there. And I was very conscious of everything that was going on. And so when I reached out to Mommy, and I said, Mommy, my looking in the mirror, Mommy, my teeth falling out. And Mommy telling me, nothing is wrong with your teeth, girl, go sit down. And because I wasn't sleeping, and my mother and father was very famous to stay up all night and talk, so I heard my father telling my mother, Dawn, carry the girl go a doctor because she something not right. And ever so she did stay, carry her go a doctor. So of course the next morning, Mommy took me to the doctor, and doctor examined, and doctor said penicillin medication, she need rest, allergic to the penicillin thing, and that is one of the side effects. And so I got some medication. Lord me dear, me get the mad pill. And that relaxed me to the point where I could sleep and recover. And I am saying all of this to say that mental illness is not something that you should use as a mockery for somebody. It can happen to you. And you probably know somebody who is going through mental illness right now. You probably know somebody who knows somebody who is having a mental breakdown. You go on the streets every day and you see people experiencing mental illness. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. It's not something. And it bothers me deeply when I see these things circulating on social media. It's not a joke. I would like you to be extra kind to somebody. If you don't know how to do it, direct the person who knows how to do it to reach out to that person. And you can learn how to do it. You can learn how to be nice if you are that mean person. You can also direct these, because a lot of times these people who are experiencing mental illness, they are not all the way gone. And so a lot of times they can find help if you point them in the right direction. And, just try to be a friend. Try to be human to people who are experiencing mental illness. And I know that after you have watched this video, you are going to do just that. Because I'm a peeps, Alright, take care of yourself.